Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Radhe Radhe, Krishna Krishna, Radhe Radhe, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for coming. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga, Gauranga, Gaurachandra, Gaurachandra. Oh, I don't have a lot of energy for singing, so let's do some japa here together. Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Advaita, Shri Advaita, Shri Advaita, Shri Advaita, Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Gaura Chandra, 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 Krishna, 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 Radha, 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 Krishna, 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 Radha, 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 Krishna, 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 Radha, 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 Radhe, 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 Krishna, 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 Radhe, 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 Krishna, 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 Radha, 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 Radhe, 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 Radha, 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 Krishna, 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 Krishna. Krishna, 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 Radha, 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 Krishna, 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 Radha, Radha, Krishna, 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 Radha, 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 Krishna, 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 Krishna. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. This is Brihat Bhagavatamrita by Sanatana Goswami. It's loading here. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Okay, here we go. It's Brihat Bhagavatamrita. This is Gopakumara attains his treasured object here. Let's see. Okay, is this the beginning here? So I think Narada Muni tells Gopakumara, go and do bhajan in Vrindavan, and you'll attain the Krishna, your heart desires, the Krishna Vrindavan. So he goes there and he's doing his bhajan there, and so it starts there. This is about almost the last chapters. Oh, music is on. Okay. Gopakumara said, following Narada's instructions in a sweet voice, I chanted Lord Krishna's dear holy names, and I sang and meditated on his pastimes here. When I saw the places of the Lord's pastimes, my heart became filled with love, and my body displayed the symptoms of ecstasy. In my heart, I am embarrassed. How can I tell this to others? Tormented, I passed my days and nights, pitifully crying in pain. Soon I did not know whether I was filled with bliss or drowning in an ocean of pain. I do not know whether I was in the flames of a forest fire or in the cooling nectar of waters of the Yamuna. Sometimes I thought I must have fallen into the hand of a demon. I was always drowning in an ocean of pain. Even the slightest fragrance of happiness would not touch me. Thus I lived in this grove, that decorated Vrindavan forest. And one day, as I was drowning in an ocean of weeping, I fainted. Then I met the crown jewel of all merciful persons. With a hand holding a flute, he wiped the dust from my limbs. Again and again, this wise person playfully shook me. He flooded my nostrils with his unprecedented fragrance. I reverently gazed at his lotus face and quickly got up, my heart filled with joy. I tried to touch his exquisite yellow garment, making playful melodies on his flute. That best of heroes moved behind me and then fled into the forest. I ran after him, but I could not catch him. He disappeared, not seeing him. I fainted and fell in the current of the Yamuna. As I was carried along, I became conscious and I opened my eyes. I saw that, that I was being carried by a vehicle rising faster than the mind and traveling along a very wonderful path. I had arrived at a very splendid, flawless place. Collecting my thoughts, I happily saw Vaikuntha, within which were Ayodhya and many other places. Then I became filled with wonder, and then carried along, I left them all behind. Then I came to the effulgent Goloka, which was above all the worlds, and which I had long desired. Here was the circle of Mathura. Everything was as it had been on the earth. In the circle of Mathura, I went to Mathura city. Gazing at it, I became filled with wonder and joy. There I heard that imprisoning Devaki, Vasudeva and his own father, Kamsa, had usurped the kingdom. Afraid of the demons, the Yadavas could not be happy or act as they wished. They found themselves troubled by Kamsa day and night. Some fled, and some took shelter of him. Sri Sanatan Goswami being also afraid of him, I left, bathed in Vishranti Tirtha, and quickly went to beautiful Vrindavan. Oops. All right. There we go. Yes. Are you feeling a little better now? What happened here? Oh, man. Okay. Did you say yes? You feeling better? No? Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. Being also afraid of him, I left and bathed in the and quickly went to beautiful Vrindavan. There in Goloka, which the demigods, the king of the planets, and their associates could not approach, there in Goloka, which the demigods, the kings of the planets, and their associates could not approach, seeing a country glorious as the sunrise, where there were ways and customs and human language, Bhartvarsas and Artas, Arya Varta, I became filled with wonder and plunged in an ocean of bliss. In a moment, I saw cowherd men going here and there, and elderly gopis picking flowers. Everyone there was extraordinary, different from any people I had ever seen before. It seemed that someone had stolen their hearts. Simply by seeing them, I became like them. Carefully composing myself, I approached them and asked them this question. O people served by great bliss, beyond what the Paramahamsas can desire. O people, O people, to whom the loving devotees of the goddess of fortune's husbands pray for mercy, please look with kindness on this poor person come to you for shelter. Tell him who is the king of this place. Who is the king of this place? Where is his palace? By what path does one go to him? O fortunate ones, please be kind to me, who with plaintive words asks, O saintly ones, please give a sign in answer. Please hear the words of troubled me. You must be overcome with love for that charming person. Again and again, with plaintive words, asking everyone I saw, I went to different places in Braj. Moving my eyes in all directions and far away, I saw a palace filled with great sweetness. On that side and also everywhere, I heard beautiful singing gopis, the sounds of them churning yogurt and tinkling of their ornaments. Suppressing the bliss I felt in my heart, I approached an elderly man who was emotionally singing Krishna, Krishna, and crying. I carefully listened to the broken words he spoke. Simply by hearing the words, This is the place of Krishna's father. The Gopa king, Nanda, I fainted, overcome with happiness. In a moment, brought to consciousness by the kind elderly man, I ran ahead and came to the palace gate. There I saw millions and millions of wonders never seen or heard of or imagined by anyone. O best of the Brahmins, I could not understand whether the people were all filled with bliss, or overcome with sorrow. When I heard the gopi songs, I did not know whether they cried in the greatest happiness or the greatest sorrow. As I looked at this place, which had ascended higher and higher to reach, I thought I'm in the material world. And I understood I'm above all material and spiritual worlds. I'm above the material and spiritual worlds. An elderly lady came and bowed down. I bowed down before her and with sweet words asked, "Where does the son of Nanda enjoy pastimes today?" The elderly lady said, "He who gives life to us people of Raj." In the morning went to the forest with his cows, friends, and elder brother to enjoy pastimes. Now in the evening he will return. Their eyes fixed on the path, all the people of Raj now stand by the Yamuna's shore. Even the trees, eager to see him, stretch their leaves and branches high. He will come by that path. Sri Gopakumar says, it was as if I was suddenly bathed in great streams of nectar. With a single glance, I saw the path she showed. I was stunned with bliss. My legs could no longer move. With great effort, from afar away, I could hear the sound of cows mooing and playful, sweet flute melodies filled with many charming waves of sound that enchanted the people of Raj. Made the trees shed tears that were a great flood of nectar, made the people of Raj shed great streams of tears from their eyes, made milk flow from the breasts of the elderly mothers, and made the swiftly moving Yamuna become motionless. Whether this flute flows with poison or nectar, I do not know. Whether this sound is harder than a thunderbolt or softer than nectar, I do not know. Whether it is hotter than fire or cooler than the moon, I do not know. Because of it, everyone in Vraj has become bad. Now they have fainted unconscious. Then I saw some of the women of Raj coming from the palace, carrying in their hands articles for offering arti. Others carried on their heads ornaments and delicious foods. As they hastily and confusedly ran in the direction of the cows mooing and the flute's music, some of the women stumbled and fell. Some had put their ornaments in the wrong places. Some had forgotten to tie their belts in their hair, and some stunned as trees swayed in their homes, and some fainted and fell to the ground. Some, their faces wet with tears, had fainted and were being carried by their friends. Others, overcome with love, came there and said to their friends, "Look, it is he," continually singing his names and pastimes, decorated with wonderful beauty and colorful garments, and their good fortune robbing goddess Lakshmi of her pride in being fortunate. They ran to the Yamuna shore, and as if pulled by someone, I ran behind. And from afar I saw him. And from afar I saw him. His hand was glorious with the sweet flute. He quickly ran from his friends and cows and said, "Oh, Sridham, now I have found my friend Swarup, who is a brilliant shining sun on the lotus flower of your family," and gracefully continued walking. He was decorated with the fine forest ornaments, a moving kendama garland, and a peacock feather. Turban, his fragrance filled the directions. His blossoming lotus face was handsome with a playful smile. He was decorated with forest ornaments, a moving kendama garland, and a peacock feathered turban. His fragrance filled the directions. His blossoming lotus face was handsome with a playful smile. Uh, uh. His lotus eyes glistened with merciful glances. His only real ornaments were his own wonderful handsomeness. His fingers, the fingers of his lotus hands pushed back the moving locks of his hair, decorated with dust raised by the cows. To beautify the surface of the earth, he touched it with his soft lotus feet as he danced gracefully. Splendid with the sweetness of youth, his handsomeness made all the directions glorious. The ocean of his many glories charmed the hearts of his eternal friends and dear friends there. Controlled by the love of his helpless devotees, he ran to me. I fainted with love by seeing him. He embraced my neck and then suddenly fell to the ground. In a moment, I became conscious. I carefully freed my neck from his embrace. I saw him fall into the ground, unconscious, covered with dust, muddying the path. The gopis came there and said, "Who has come here? What has he done to the goal of our lives? Alas, alas! Now we people of Raj are all dead." Crying and lamenting in many ways and saying, "Perhaps he is a servant of the magician Kamsa," they gathered around Krishna. Hearing the sound of crying of the people of Raj, Nanda, and the Gopa men, Yashoda, who dearly loves her son, and the women and maidservants fainting and stumbling as they came. All ran there crying out, "Alas, alas." Then the cows, the bulls, the calves, and black deer and other animals all came there, and seeing what had happened to Krishna, cried in agony. And, gently making sounds of love, their faces bathed with tears, approaching him again and again and smelling him, they licked him again and again. Crying as they flew in the sky, many grieving birds made a great sound. Their hearts filled with pain, the unmoving trees and plants suddenly became withered and dry. How can I say it in words? All moving and unmoving beings became as if they were dead. Tormented by drowning in an ocean of sorrow, confused by what I had done, placed my head at his feet and crying, I lamented again and again. Handsome Balaram, whose fair complexion was decorated with garments, who was dressed and decorated as his younger brother was, and who was only slightly older than he, with great fear came from afar away. Balaram, the leader of the wise, cried at first, but then he became peaceful at heart. He looked about. He took my arms and carefully placed them around the neck of his younger brother. He made my hand stroke Krishna's handsome limbs, and he made me call out to him with wonderful sweet words, and he made me lift him from the ground. At once he opened the charming lotus eyes that had been sealed by streams of tears. Seeing me, he happily embraced and kissed me. Then he, looking around, he became embarrassed. Having attained me, a friend more dear than life, he had not seen for a long time, taking my hand in his lotus hand, asking me wonderful questions. Having attained me, a friend more dear than life, he had not seen for a long time, taking my hand in his lotus hand, in his left lotus hand, and asking me wonderful questions, bringing happiness to all the people of Raj, and walking as gracefully as an elephant, the handsome lord entered the village of Raj. Unhappy in his absence, unable to go anywhere without him, hoping to see the Lord in the morning, the forest deer passed the night at the entrance of Raj village. Again and again, flying over Vraj, the birds gazed at Krishna. Unable to see him at night, weeping and crying out, they left. At the insistence of Nanda, who was full of love for his sons, the two brothers did not stay to talk to the cows after they were milked and went directly home. Okay. Continue more later on that. Stoned. Oh, it's nice to visit Raj once in a while. Oh, oh my God. What is it about that place, man? It feels like it's some mystical, magical place. Unexplainable, man. See, this is the relationship Lord Chaitanya wants to give, you know. You see how it was explained how Gopakumara was, he had the symptoms of the devotees there. You know, they started to awaken. You know, you can't tell, is the devotees, are they really extremely happy or are they in this deep sorrow? See, that's that bhav. It's a very special thing. And you have to be taught, you know, you have to be instructed about this. Otherwise, it seems like madness. So that's guru. If you don't see a devotee that is in that, then you haven't seen the true, deepest revelation of the Lord. You haven't seen the ultimate truth. You haven't seen the highest, highest, highest truth. You know, Bhagavatam says the highest truth distinguished from illusion for the welfare of others, right? This is the highest, 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 highest truth. Distinguished from illusion, all the way up to the Putanas and everything. Putanas and the that came and attacked Raj. Yeah. You're making me restless for Krishna. I feel like wandering. Yeah. Asking if they have seen Krishna. Yeah. Good. Be careful, they might lock you up. Yeah. So anyway, these are this is the emotional love they have. It has these symptoms. And this, the Vaishnavas don't know. They may read about this, but they don't understand. They speculate on what it is. See? So, so this is a gift of Lord Chaitanya, and that's why you got to go through some purification, because it's a change. You become, you know how people are related in the world? They're related to worldly people. This is a relationship, and that's why they come back and again and again and again. And the relationships here just don't last. See, this is an eternal relationship. Even if you're here, you come back into this world for some reason, maybe Krishna has a mission for you. As soon as you pick up the pastimes, you pick up the name, you're back in touch with that eternal realm, with that eternal relationship. Now, isn't that a better deal than what the world is offering? See, who wouldn't want to come to this path if once they know? See, the problem is they don't know. Like the Bible says, my people are being destroyed because of a lack of knowledge. That's the Lord came here to give us not just knowledge to be saved and salvation and oneness. But the highest, the greatest happiness, the greatest revelation of his Dham in Vrindavan, there's no other truth greater than that. None, zero. There's no other place. That's why once you go and you attain that consciousness, there's nowhere else to go. Isn't that amazing? Everyone's always completing their studies and then moving else, somewhere, moving on to another teacher, another teaching, another path. See, and still, and never come to an end. Well, eventually they need to come to this place, you know. So this place is, the Lord says, I'm just going to give everybody here, without a lot of trouble, the highest revelation. I'll just, even before they're perfectly purified, I'm going to give them this, if they will come this way, the right way. See, so that's the deal. You just take the deal. This is called the new covenant for Vaishnavism. This is the new covenant. It's not a new one. It's the only covenant you can have to come to this kind of a place, this paradise. The covenant is, if you'll agree to be with my associates, Krishna is saying, if you agree to be part of the family and be trained here and purified here, then you can easily come in. Otherwise, you can't do enough austerities. You can't chant enough offensive chantings and be purified, because you're going to be like a Johann. Look, he can't get in. He's stuck. You know, this morning I was listening to the Bhagavatam, and chat in the first canto. We're going to go over this because there's some good stuff in there. You know, a lot. It's everywhere. It's really great. And Arjuna was talking about he was saved from the weapons of the demons because of his friendship with Krishna, his genuine transcendental friendship with Krishna. And it's not a mundane friendship, it's a spiritual. His spiritual body was awakened and he could recognize Krishna. Not everybody recognized who Krishna was, even though he was extraordinarily different. Just like here, people don't recognize the extraordinariness of the devotees here. Here, we're reading about the Vrindavan. You see some of the moods that we're reading about in the highest books manifested here right now. Right now. Unbelievable. And once you get this consciousness, there's no other path. It's the end all. That's why it says life's ultimate goal of love of God. Well, usually you attain a goal and you move on, right? You go, well, what's my next goal? Well, not this goal. This goal is an eternal goal. You're always waiting for Krishna, waiting on Krishna, literally waiting on him to come and waiting on him, making him happy. And this is an eternal affair, always ever fresh, always ever blissful. You know, you see, it's where it's all going, man. To get stoned on God. He's a very stoned person. Look at it. When he even meets his devotees, he considers the devotee his life and soul, more dear than his own life. Can you imagine a God like that? Nobody can. You have to hear it. And then you got to be purified to be able to taste and relish those truths. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah. Yeah, you see all these truths in this pastime. Gopakumar, just by associating with the residents of Vrindavan, his emotions, his feelings became like theirs. What do you think the Lord and his devotees like that come here occasionally to give their association so that your feelings and emotions can become like theirs? Otherwise, there's no way to do it. That's why even the Raimaras preach, after many lifetimes you'll attain prema. That's one way. You want to do the many lifetime way, or you want to get it quick? This is the quick way. Here you actually have people. They're coming. They're actually coming here now, the very advanced devotees from the get-go who have spiritual feelings, very easily awakened. and yours will be easily away. You'll start to be free of the material modes of nature. See, just by being with these devotees. Can you imagine people trying to free themselves from the material energies, the material dualities? And all you have to do is just come here and bathe in the ecstasy of the devotees, hear from them, learn their understanding. They get their Bhagavad Gita 10:10 personified. Pretty nice, huh? Boy, do we have a great heal. The more I think about it, the more I talk about it, the more I'm just feeling blessed. How about you guys out there? Are you feeling blessed? Are you feeling blissed? Are you feeling blasted?
Spoiled.
I know Shama Sundari, if she's been listening, she picks it up really easy. You want to come on and say hi there, or are you doing something? Probably you're doing something. You're always doing something. Yeah, so a lot of good stuff in here. Yeah, so I was listening to the first canto because it's all about Arjuna and the Pandavas talking about their blessings, about having, because it's what I've been preaching. It's amazing. I didn't know I was preaching all of this stuff, the same thing, because the same realization, how blessed you become having Krishna as your intimate, eternal friend. You know, they were realizing everything became blessed in all ways. They were saved from obstacles and demons, and they ultimately were blessed to rule the kingdom. You know, it's almost like Jesus said, "Blessed are those who are poor in spirit; they shall inherit the earth." Like they inherited the earth, they became the rulers in this world. Because actually, the best rulers, the best advice you can get is from a Vaishnava who has realized God. Those who love God are the best advisors, man, because they're the closest to the truth. Yeah. See, if you go in the right door, you go in the right way, follow the real process, you get through the demons. The demons are the protectors of this truth. That's their service. See, that's why you see, like Johann, he doesn't go in this way, and he's taken down by the demon of speculation. These are the demon's weapons. They actually protect Vrindavan. Actually, if you want to see the furthest, you see, the demigods are so busy fighting the demons, they can't see their use and their service in Krishna's service. They protect Vrindavan from the profane, the ones like him who won't go in the door properly. Shiva knows all this. Shiva is in charge of the demons. Don't you know? He always got these goblins following him. He knows the truth. He knows what I'm talking about. I know what he's doing. See, he won't let Johann in or anybody who follows him. They're lost in speculative imitation. You notice I sit on a seat, he sits on a seat. I give class, he gives class. See, I'm very assured of myself. He seems to be very assured of himself. See, he seems to be, hey there, hey, welcome. Yeah, he seems to be really assured of himself. I'm really assured of myself. He speaks a lot. I speak a lot. He speaks a lot. It's like he's looking at the reflection. So I'm trying to protect the new people from that, because, he'll say, "Look at me. I'm the," he says, "What was that thing he told you today that I oh yeah. He said, yeah, you see, Gohari, this is for you, Johann, and your friends who watch. Gohari, look, Gohari's not qualified. He's bogus guru, because you see, he's not like Nityananda. Nityananda accepted everybody, and his followers go, oh yes, Johann, yes, you're right. Is that conclusive? No, it is not. He thinks he knows. He can't get through it. He speculates. So the real truth of that statement is in the verse. Lord Nityananda accepted anybody who would fall down before his preaching, who would fall down before his mannerism and his ecstasy and became his follower. See? So he is misleading people by teaching, and he does that all the time. He takes something and speculates and gives you a misunderstanding. See, it's inconclusive. Therefore, you're on the wrong path. That's why that will take many lifetimes of imitation before he figures it out, because he won't figure it out on his own. He has to fall down before a person sent here to deliver him, a real servant of Nityananda, where the same principle happens. You fall down before their preaching and their teachings and their ecstasy and become a sincere follower, a sincere disciple, and then you become a friend. The Mayavadi guys like him and so many others, they want to jump over being a disciple and being followed. No, they want to be the big cheese. They want to be the big preacher, right? Gohari's wrong now. He's right. You see how it works? You need to learn this stuff. This is why we waited so long, obviously. Krishna said, we want to, make this really a clear teaching. You see how hypocritical, Gohari, you're the friend of the fallen and all those persons. And look at him now. That's his real bullshit self, false ego. And you see, we brought it out. And eventually he's going to see it. And we're doing him a big favor and his followers, because they didn't see it before. It's all submerged. They're all acting in that sneaky way, Gohari, yeah, and backstabbing. See, that's the demon thing. That's what they do. But now, Jesus said, everything hidden in the closets will be shouted from the rooftops. See? So all the lies, all the cheating, everything's coming out on the table to look at. So all you people who are here even, if you're really attracted to that, well, go over there. What's that? GT, that kind of thing. But I don't recommend it. You're going to have so many troubles. The troubles are you don't have this relationship that we have. So, Shama Sundari, give us a word. Ooh, I like the librarian look.
Immediate verification. Hi, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, it was beautiful reading. I was like, I'm very tired because I was creating content my whole day. And then I saw that you are live. Now I'm checking more often, and then I see Gaura Hari is live.
Oh.
And I had not power anymore to do my work. Anyway, yeah, and I was laying down and I was trying to see under my eyelids what you are reading, in this forest and so on. And the feeling is not from this world. But and then you jumped to the Johann, and I wanted to share something about me, but according to
whatever you want.
Hmm?
Whatever you want.
Yeah. Yeah, there were always some people here in the Sangha, you were very merciful to them and you gave the chance, you were always like, no, the most important, they are coming and so on. But it was not my vibration. I before, when I was more present, I couldn't accept it, why I should love them when I don't feel them,
Yeah.
And now I have like, okay, I can throw them away from my Facebook. Yeah, but anyway, the Johann, he was preaching and he was always give you, he was always like, thank you for the mercy, thank you for the mercy, thank you for the mercy, and he was doing this like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And then he stopped. And it's interesting. And I was like, this year when I was working so hard, I was always repeating and saying one thing, even on my YouTube and Instagram and so on. I was saying to people, only reason why I'm so confident and my energy is so rebellion and you cannot touch it, it's because I feel God and His presence, and I got it from my guru. But there were moments where I felt, okay, maybe I will stay alone forever. No, I will walk just alone this lifetime. There were a moment when I felt like I had God anyway. You mean, it's so crazy. He's always there. He's always there. There were not a moment in my life that it's very tangible for me.
Yeah, nice.
But even then, when I had this thought and worry, I knew that the highest what I achieved in my consciousness came from you, came through you, through this teaching. Can you hear me good? Because I have echo. Okay.
Here, my fault. Here, yeah. No, the echo will.
So this high, this taste, this privilege, this wave that I got, and then I could like horse, focus on my material life and achieve what I want. And I had many obstacles, but he never left me. And even when I had this thought, and I want to be honest about this thought, then I knew clearly that the highest potency, that this highest understanding came through you, and I'm so grateful for it. And I didn't like religion, even this religion, I mean those groups, because they were always like, don't look anywhere else, don't investigate anywhere else. And I was always curious, what is going on in this material world with those demons, with those Anunnakis, with those pyramids, with those civilizations. I was seeing always those stuff. So I was curious, because this material life is quite boring. And I have some sources, some Sumerian sources, some very ancient sources, and they are telling they are telling some stories, and they make for me perfectly sense. But although they talk that all the scriptures were a little bit, made by people or those demons, I never doubted, because this potency which you deliver, it's you cannot fuck with this. You cannot beat this. There is nothing like this. Yeah, this is what I wanted to share.
Yeah, and the scriptures, it's not that the scriptures are created by the demons. No, they're fucked with by the demons. This is the thing. Yeah. See, the editors come in just like the demons that are in there are many in ISKCON and the demonic, everybody more or less in Kali Yuga. So many, not everybody, but so many. And they get in religion and they love to change things. They want to be big teachers. They want to imitate the guru, just like Johan. He wants to imitate that he's a wise sage, but he can't do it. All he can do is speculate on the scriptures. He's like, and there are many like him in all of these religions, and they keep people from understanding the real truth in these books. See, so they're like serpents. Prabhupada said they're like serpents with a jewel on the head. So they take the Vedas and they poison it with their speculation. See? They twist, things get twisted and all that. They become inconclusive, and people think they find the real path, but they didn't. See, it's religion. That's what religion is full of that. So here we're straightening out the scriptures. You take the scriptures and straighten it all out. And our scriptures, actually, they haven't been screwed with that much. I mean, there's some problems in there, but they're easy to straighten out. They're not, the Bible is more, it's more been edited out, so many things and mixtures and all that. So we have that scripture, and we also have the holy name and the potency. See, that's the thing. We have this potency, which gives us the ability to actually study the scriptures in a way that only real devotees can do. It's not like you can't. So many people in religion, in Vaishnava religion, like your ex-guru, they don't have this potency. They study from in a different way. They don't see the deep inner esoteric meaning. See, so they preach like superficially and with speculations, and it's very, it's like religion. It's not very juicy. Not like this, man. Like you say, there's life in this, and it delivers people, awakens bhakti. It's amazing stuff.
I
Well,
mean, I believe in this that there were many civilizations on this earth, and that the demons play role of gods and they slave the human. That makes perfectly sense, but it has nothing to do with creator of all of this. And this potency somehow came through the scriptures, and it cannot be denied when you feel this.
Well, yeah, you see, that's the thing. That's what I see in these stories. They're just mundane. The mundaneness is they're the demons, and they still have like and the demigods too, or the higher the ones who fight it. They still got a material ideas and conception. They want to conquer each other. They don't necessarily preach enough or teach enough. They may mention there is a God above it all, but there's not a lot of that. They're just fighting each other, and that's mundane. It's like it's devotees don't like, hey man, that's only part of the story. I want to hear the whole story of everything. That's Bhagavatam. It's about the demons and it's about the demigods. And actually, when you take the Bhagavatam and then you take the Anunnakis and all this stuff that's coming out now from the actual the Book of Enoch, has a lot of this stuff in there. I haven't read it, but I heard a lot of this stuff is in there. Uh, then you could see it's all related, and but it's all related to the Supreme Lord. The same soul, the same living soul is in all of those beings, but they don't know what it is and how to awaken it. It's not their thing. They're just too busy fighting each other, and trying to get control. Like they have these things, all kinds of stories about the Greys and they have these races. They're fighting each other and trying to control the humanities and all kinds of stories. But they're kind of boring to me after a while because mundane, fighting each other. God, I have a better consciousness than those. They're supposed to be so powerful, and they're still fighting over territory. That is so animal-like, It's not cultured even.
I just like to have this reference, because then I don't treat seriously the humanity, the system, this matrix, because they are so small
Yeah,
according to this Anunnaki. And this Anunnaki gives me peace. Like, I think, yeah, they fight here, they make this material stuff, but we crave this primal gate,
yeah. That's the main thing.
this
Yeah.
magic dust.
Yeah, you can see. Yeah, they're trying to do what they did before. Is like they want to do experiments and change the DNA of people, and they want to make like animal humans and all kinds of weird things, and cyber humans. And it's like a big experiment. They like to do. The Nazis were like that. They would experiment on people, and give them different see the injections. They really like the injection experiments, and that's what they're doing now. They're changing people. People are getting all these fiber blood clots, and they wonder why people are just suddenly this gone.
Yeah, I've heard that they usually they don't care. People should be like slave, just working the little job and pay their taxes. But from time to time, people are becoming very, crazy, and they are deception. So then they invent something like this. They spray
Yeah,
from above, or they inject from within. And they did it. They spread even in ancient times, like thousands years ago, even before
Yeah.
Kurukshetra.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny, the Lord, I always get such good deals, The Lord put me in a place where they don't do any chemtrails here. It's so rare to find any place like that. It's not allowed. When we talked to one lady, she came here during the COVID thing because they didn't force masks on anybody or injections. They didn't force anybody to do these things. I mean, they try to, some people, they coax you and say, "Oh, it's a great thing to do," but you didn't have to do it. Yeah, it's so funny. With Krishna, when he's your friend, it's just like what we're reading in the Bhagavatam. It's all like that. Things work out, just because you got a powerful friend, man. He's the one. Can you imagine? People, we don't know what it is like to have a divine friend like the Supreme Lord of all the universes. Like remember with Sachi, she would Krishna or Lord Chaitanya would break all the pots and they break holes in the thing and everything. And Sachi said, "We're poor. What are we going to do now? You broke all our things and we got nothing left." He said, "Don't worry, Krishna will take care of us." And he comes back with all this gold, and he says, "Here, mother, look what I found. I found this gold." What's the meaning of the story? She has a relationship with the Lord, and it's just always auspicious for her and anybody else with a relationship. That's our preaching here, is to help people, awaken this transcendental relationship. Otherwise, they're just walking dead people in the world. There's no life in this world, And what do people have to look forward to? Nothing. It's just people becoming more and more dreary. I see, especially people under the mask, They look like it's like my life, just like just amen. I think, well, I don't think we have the only real deal to offer anybody with God, some level of it. It's the better deal, You get some awakening, of this relationship. Otherwise, it's all dead here, man. It's dead in the modes. It's no real life. Yeah. Lalita, give us a word. What do you got to say? Thank you there, Shama Sundari.
I feel that this is really repeating in our Sangha, that protection. It is so, I'm so extremely conscious of it. Um, and you're teaching, without saying things, you're teaching me and Janaki about this wealth that you have to offer. And then we are so protective for material things, and you're like, no, there is enough. There is enough. But we as housewives, even lousy ones, are always trying to take care of everything
Yeah, yeah,
and provide and don't throw away anything. And
yeah,
and you give me that feeling of that wealth, and it's so.
yeah.
I'm believing it. I believe it. I
I
believe.
can't help it. I'm a rich person, man. Rich, filthy rich, or a clean rich, actually. The filthy rich is the elites out there, man. This is dirty stuff. This is clean rich. Rich in bhakti. It's everything. Love of God. When you get that, it doesn't matter. You're walking down the street poor. I've done that. I lived homeless. I lived in vans. I lived in motorhomes. I lived on the street. I had God, man, and it's just it's all okay, whatever it is. Yeah.
Fantastic to live like that, actually, but you've got to learn it. You've
Yeah,
got
you
to
gotta
learn
do it. You
it to
gotta
be
learn it. Yeah, you gotta learn
disattachment.
it. Yeah. Well, you got to associate with devotees who are rich. They even teach that in the New Age, man. You want to be rich, you got to associate with people who have a rich mentality, who are millionaires and that know how to do it. See, otherwise you're trying to do it on your own, you'll never figure it out. That's intelligence, and more so spiritually. If you want to know how to have awaken this a relationship that's the eternal relationship where you transcend birth, death, old age, and disease forever, you got to learn from somebody who has done it, and is the big brother. Just like I preach all the time, if you don't take on big brother here, which is a spiritual master, the big brother of the world the George Orwell 1984 TV thing will control you. And there's no other way. These people in the New Age and everything, they're still not clear about stuff. If you don't have love of God, and very rare do you actually see real love of God, and especially in its purity, you see the stuff when there's some mixtures and rays and stuff. People get some salvation mixed in with some awakenings, but this relishing devotional mellows, we're in the real line, man. We're in the real line. This is where it's happening. There's nowhere in Vaishnavism I've seen anything like this. And I've toured enough. Yeah, go ahead. What?
Yeah, it's very interesting. When you start to talk, I am not able. This is why I know. This is one of the reasons why I know it's true. When you are talking and I'm on the wave and I am attracted and I have time, then I am not able to use my intellect. There is no intellect. There is no mind. It's just streaming directly, and I just know everything, and I feel everything, and I don't want anything. It's insane. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. There is no intellect.
Yeah.
No intellect.
Yeah, no, it can't be. It can't be. See, they're coverings in the universe. Air, fire. This covers our soul. Air, fire, water, ether, mind, intellect, intelligence is a covering. Material intelligence. Then false ego, falsely identifying as a material mind or body or emotions, material emotions. See, that false ego. See, the real ego is the spiritual one. It's the ecstatic emotions and a devotional mind of revelations. That's the scriptures are that, but then they've been tweaked, and we got to untweak them. Usually, something. See.
So you mean the normal ego is our identity, our soul identity?
Yeah, the normal ego is God's mind. See, that's when you're in the Lord. I mean, really in Him. You're like communing with Him because of devotion. You love Him truly, then He's in you, awakened. Otherwise, He's dormant there. He's there, but you're not aware of it. So that's the false ego is you're not aware of that. So what are you aware of? I'm my body, or I'm my mind, or I'm my emotional state. What else? Maybe you're lucky you get some liberated rays, but that's the false ego, false ID. The real ego is our identity as a lover of God, lover of His word. See, in the beginning was the Word was with God, the Word was God and is God. So that word comes from His devotees. You notice we get ecstatic from the readings or the writings of devotees. See, that's God's word. He chooses those flutes. See, a flute is an instrument in this world. Or He comes and speaks Bhagavad Gita. See, so yeah, so that's, see, real devotees, they say, okay, this is my life and soul, are the Lord and the Lord's words that come from His real devotees. I don't get happy. I don't like inconclusiveness. When I hear, like when you told me that Johann said that Nityananda accepted everybody, I felt like, boy, that is a shitty conclusion. That's not true. He's misguiding his followers, but that's what they do. When you accept speculators as your guru, and that ISKCON and all these groups are like that, you're going to take a long time before you get into the kingdom. Just the way it is. Then a Jesus will come who is empowered with the Lord with the message of deliverance, and if you accept it, then he's accepting you regardless of your fault. That's why you see Jesus accepted anybody that would just accept him. He said, I'll go anywhere, anybody who will listen to my word. Really listen. See, then you can get in. But this Johann preaching is bullshit. It shows he doesn't have the real spirit. He's lying to you. I'll tell you right to your face. You think I'm afraid of you? No, your followers should be afraid of what you're teaching. It's bullshit, man. Nityananda accepted only those who bowed down and became his follower and disciple and friend. And you don't do that. You're teaching the wrong path, man. You don't do that here. You get the opportunity here to do that. He's not doing it. Okay? So, hey, you're off, man. Anybody going to you is a crow. They're not connoisseurs. We like conclusive truth, man. What is this speculative? Can you imagine there? Shama Sundari, he's teaching these terrible things, speculations. Nityananda accepted everybody. Just like, and he is such, what kind of an example is he of accepting everybody? He didn't accept River Yamuna, he blocked her, right?
For years.
For years. This guy's a hypocrite. You hypocrite. You preach, but you don't follow. You don't accept. I at least tell you, I don't accept people like you. I kick your little boot out of here, man. I boot your little booty out of here. And you stay on the outside there. You keep the speculators out of this kingdom here. Thank you very much for your service. And I'm going to use that to get people really Siddhantically strong here, so that they can see that. You need this Siddhanta. So these bewildered, these guys are magicians. It's a serpent weapon. They have speculation, inconclusiveness, and they're so assured. Oh, this is the way it is. Yeah, bullshit. It ain't the way it is. Yeah. I listen to your words. I cannot escape. You talk every day. I love it. Yeah, that's good there, Radhe. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. Amen. Lord Krishna is beyond the modes of material nature, which is Anunnakis could not reach. Real, that's true. They couldn't see. They can't get through the modes. They got a false ego again. They want to conquer. This is not a devotee. Devotees, unless you could be like a warrior like Arjuna and empowered to fight, if that's what Krishna wants you to do. But generally, if you're a devotee, you're not like trying to lord it over and rape the world of resources like these people. They want to use everything as a resource. And people, can you imagine? They want to use human people as a resource to exploit. That's terrible. That is Kali Yuga, man. Even from the birth, that birth certificate, did you get into that there, Shama Sundari? Your birth certificate is in capital letters because you're just a resource, on the stock market. They put our letters in so that we're part of the corporation of these bullshit guys. This is the demons. They do this stuff. And they trick us. You see, it's a trick. You think the mother knows what's going on? No, they trick everybody. They tricked you to get the shot. They trick you to do everything. They trick you to stay home. They trick you to put a mask on, the mask is going to help you. Everything they do is the opposite. Johann is tricking you. He says, stay away from here, right? That's a trick. You think that's wise advice? Well, anyway, if people I'll accept people in because I'm here to provide the way, the way, this is the job here, is to bring you in to the kingdom. And if you don't come in, then you don't go in. I mean, that's what Nityananda was. You had to go through Nityananda. If you went, some people went to Nityananda and they were like this. Who is this guy? What is he crying for? Why is he laughing? He's a madman. I don't want to be around him. And they go and they talk about him like the Johann does. Same thing. Oh, that Nityananda, blah, 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 blah. And you know what Gadadhar did? He said, and all the devotees, they would not look at people who blaspheme Nityananda, who was expressing devotional emotions. They say, "Oh, this I don't want to say." Oh, you're critical, and your love of God is not for you for now because you're not open to this teaching. It's all about accepting the bliss, accepting the grace. Accepting the word. Ever see when you're preaching, maybe Shamasundar, if you're talking to somebody, Lalita, I know has had this. You're talking to somebody and they're not open. They're literally like closed, and your word, it doesn't want to go in. It's like, you want to preach, about, and it just can't, it just won't go in. There's no room for it. See? But those who are open and it goes in, they have spiritual awakenings. They get relieved and unburdened of so many things. And then they get the highest goal is love of God without a lot of trouble.
Yeah. With Johan, there is no room for any insight, for any correction, for thinking about nothing. Zero. In all those months, nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just people are at different evolutionary state. It's an evolutionary state. There are a lot of people like that. They can't deal with the processing.
Don't want to
They can't
see their
process.
own darkness. No.
They have their own opinion. And when we were preaching, oh, you got to get purified. No, that's not my opinion. No, I know, you don't know. Basically saying, no, you don't know. I know, but I'll use you. I need you as a resource to get energy. So, glories Gohar, you're this friend of the fallen and my dear friend and all this stuff. See?
He
But
was talking like a parrot.
he was-
Every day in the same follow-up.
Yeah.
Was
Well, that's its style. You just got to know that. So don't be stupid and go and hang out with people like that. Because only if you have the strength to chastise people like that. If you don't have the strength and you just go there, then you'll be contaminated, man. And Krishna will just take you away. So you better stay in the circle till you get strong. That's why I tell Lalita, yeah, give me some stuff for preaching. She ain't gonna budge. She knows she doesn't, she has the potency in her. And when she hears the spec, she gets angry like I do. Lord Chaitanya got angry when he heard speculatives, devotees even, they speculated.
speculations and lines and backstabbing. That's my
That's
allergic.
Yeah. So we use it. I mean, we're preaching, we're learning. It's great, isn't it nice to learn stuff? I mean, especially this. You want to learn about the demons in the world, and who's screwing you. It's good to know what they're doing, right? Their intentions. Well, you got to know how the Lord's Maya works. That's why one of the tattvas you learn here with the real guru is Maya tattva. Shiva knows what he's doing. He's in charge of all this bullshit. Brahma knows what he's doing. He's in charge of all of this creation here. He even said, if you read the Bhagavatam about creation, in the section on creation, Brahma said, the Lord, gave me this job. You know what the job was, he said? Is to create a bunch of nonsense. It doesn't make any sense what I'm creating to people who don't see it related to the Supreme Lord. As soon as you see its relation to the Supreme Lord, it makes perfect sense. But most people don't see that relationship, so they're doing always nonsensical things, nonsensical activities, because they can't see it connected from the source. See, like Krishna said, all paths lie upon me like pearls upon a string. See, all paths, all connected with him. And when you see it, you're blissful. When you see it, you're protected. Yeah. And then when you see it, you're able to see the highest path, perceive it. Life's ultimate goal is love of God. You can see people that are not bored here. Every day we do the same thing, chant Hare Krishna, right? Usually I sing the same songs. I have like 4 songs, sing the same thing again. Probably should change that a little bit. I'll probably get to it sometime. But, it's always ever fresh, ever deepening, enriching us, purifying us, inspiring us. See? This, if you want the real relationship to grow in you, this is the only food for it. Really. There's no other food for it. You know what, all these other paths cannot feed this. It has to be a real bhakti path. And this is the purest one I've ever seen. This is we actually have that transcendental Lord hanging out with us every day. That's why it's so good here. That's why you stay around long enough, you won't ever want to leave. I mean, at least, stay connected because it's so good. The knowledge is here is topmost being given to us. Yeah, can you look at all the explanations we get, the esoteric explanations on the Bhagavatam meanings? It's very deep here, very deep and very simple.
It's the perfection of life, Guru Maharaj.
Yeah. I mean, it's the Bhagavad Gita. It's all the books together. Made like Krishna says, because you're a disciple of my friend, I'm going to give you this knowledge of bhakti, which is the great secret of all secrets. It's the king of education. See? That's what we got here. And it's for those who are disciple and friend. Look, Johan's not. He's a dunce. You know what a dunce is? They stay in class for 6 years, and they don't learn Guru Tattva. The first thing, he still doesn't know Guru Tattva. See? So so you can't if you don't go through the door. Look, Krishna gives him only speculation to believe his truth. And I just counteract it, like just you write down all the bullshit he says, and I'll just straighten it all out. And if any of his followers come and watch, we'll probably steal some of them back here, as if they see their fault, then they can come back. See, it's not like I'm not an equal opportunity person. We're equal opportunity, but you got to take the equal opportunity. You got to come here and really learn something.
He says that you are preaching again to him while he's not there, so you only do that because it gives you taste. Now I will tell him where he gets his taste.
Yeah. You see, yeah. What is he doing? See, he's just a hypocrite. Isn't that so hypocritical? He's doing the same thing. Why are you faulting me with something that you're doing also? And you're only doing it because I'm doing it. The shadow, which that is always following the source. This is the source. This is the conclusive truth. And the shadow is the reflection of that. And it's not very good. It's because that's in the material world. So this is spiritual world here. Yeah.
Can it be that he's very alone and his motivation is being a teacher, like, because when he's talking, he barely he doesn't let anybody to talk. Yeah, he's like, so
He's an impersonalist. He doesn't communicate with others. There is no
because he's
explanation.
not. Because he's.
I was never attracted. I didn't have so much contact with him. But is it possible that why he's doing this all? I mean, this whole preaching, this laughing, it's because all eyes on me, and I'm preacher, and I can be important if I don't have anybody, and I'm not anybody.
Yeah, he won't admit it. See, this is the thing.
Nobody will admit something like that.
Yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, but that's what it is. But if you're honest, you'll just admit it. See, so therefore he acts it out now, which is okay. It's good. At least it's good if you know what you're facing and you know what you're dealing with. You're safe. If you got it going in like in subtle ways and you're getting backstabbed and all that. Yeah, go ahead there.
Yeah, I think it can be compared to my example, because before I was always holding this enormous sense of guilty. I couldn't deal this path with my material life. I was like, I have to protect it, I have to defend it. And now I am like, yeah, the money and freedom is important for me. I am busy. It's my life. Nobody can talk to me, but I really appreciate and love what you do. And this this feels good, you know.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
have to hide myself.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, isn't that what the? I mean, I was also when I was reading the first canto today. First canto. Yeah, look at the Pandavas. Look at there. They were the thing is they were devotees. They loved Krishna. If you love a guru and love what they're teaching and love their words and love their ecstasies, you love their nature. Okay, their nature. See, then they were just doing, Arjuna was an archer. He went to school. He learned archery, and they all learned many cultural things. They were doing business. Yudhisthira was a king, but the thing was, they were devotees of the reality of the true nature of life, which is the real Lord, and the Lord was there. See, but the Lord is here also now for us because that's how he does it now. In separation, we're conclusive about what we preach. See, he gives us the love so we can understand what everything's about. So we have the same thing going as in 10th canto with the Pandavas. That means so you can be in your job or anything, but if your heart is with real devotees and not with the imitation world or worldly people, if your heart is with them, you'll be with them. Your heart, wherever your heart is, that's where your body will go. See, if your heart is here, your body will be here, and I'm talking about your spiritual body. See, if that's awakened, your heart will be here with this preaching, because this is what nourishes it. Where else do you find such nourishment? It's different things. It's a very rare path. This is a real disciplic line that goes all the way back to Lord Chaitanya's ecstatic emotions and Madhavinda Puris and all of that. This is probably the only real line in Vaishnavism, as far as I can see. Okay? The others are all trying to attain what we've already got. That's why I don't teach the path of trying to work your way up the ladder, Just come get the mercy. That's what Lord Chaitanya did and taught. Wow, you thank Johann every day for his service. I wonder how I can be of service to you. Just don't go watch that guy. Let us do it and preach. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Okay, so it's getting late for everybody. And thank you for coming on there, Shama Sundari. Come anytime you like. It's nice to know your heart is with us.
Radhe, radhe.
Yeah, Radhe, Radhe. Okay, everybody, we'll see you soon, huh?
Bye.